So, yesterday we began our brand new unit called Seasons and Weather, and we met an imaginary pen pal. Does anyone remember her name? Who remembers her name? Let's see. Smriti?
Annie.
Annie, very good. Annie is from where? Who remembers? Where's Annie from?
What?
Estelle.
Washington, D.C.
Yep, Annie's from Washington, D.C. And she's going to tell us all about her weather there. We learned that Washington, D.C. is actually not very far from where we live. It's about a 5-hour drive, so it's not too far from us. Well, I thought it would be fun if, just like we learned yesterday, a pen pal is a friend that you write to. Some of you may have gotten a letter in the mail from a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle, and it's fun to get that sometimes and to write. Well, Miss Kate's has postcards here for you with a stamp on the front. I emailed your parents yesterday and asked them, would you guys like to be pen pals? And the majority of them said, yes, you would. So on Friday, when you come to pick up your Valentine boxes, I would like you to also, I'm going to give you a postcard. And you are going to write your friends, your pen pal. I sent your parents an email letting them know who their pen pal was. You're going to write their address here, and then you can draw a picture or write a sentence to them. And we have our own pen pals in our classroom. Won't that be fun? Yeah, that'll be fun. Awesome. So that's what we learned about yesterday. We also talked a little bit about the seasons. Look behind me. Here are all 4 seasons. Who can name all 4 seasons for me? In order. Landon, can you name them? Starting with winter.
Winter, spring, summer, fall.
Awesome! It's called a cycle. Great job, Landon. Because it happens in this order over and over again. It doesn't ever skip from winter and go straight to summer and then back to fall and then to spring. No, it goes in a circle just like this. We learned a song yesterday to help us remember. You want to sing it? Some say no, some say yeah. There are 4 seasons, there are 4 seasons, there are 4 seasons in a year. Winter, spring, then summer, fall. There are 4 seasons in a year. Awesome. Today, we're going to talk about the months that are in those seasons. So, there's only 4 seasons, but 12 months. Remember? So, certain months are in certain seasons. What season are we in right now? Are we?
We're in winter.
We're in winter. Very good. We're in the winter season. Does anyone know what the winter months are? The months that are during the winter? Some do, some don't. December, January, and February are the 3 winter months. So it becomes winter in December. January is a winter month, and February is a winter month. We're going to talk about that more today. Here's the word, a vocabulary word that we're going to hear a lot about, winter. In today's lesson, we will hear from our imaginary pen pal, Annie. She's going to tell us about the first season of the cycle, winter. The season of winter begins in the month of December and includes January and February. So it's currently February the 9th, so we are still in this season, winter. Another vocabulary word we're going to talk about is thermometer. These are two pictures of a thermometer. A thermometer is a tool used to measure how cold or hot something is. When I'm sick, the nurse uses a thermometer to see if I have a fever. These are two different thermometers. This thermometer tells us how hot it is because it goes all the way up to 100. This thermometer is below 32 degrees, so it's very cold. In today's lesson, you're going to listen to a new letter from Annie. The main topic or main idea of Annie's letter is winter. That's what we're mainly going to be talking about. Your job is to listen carefully for the characteristics of winter. Remember, we talked about characteristics yesterday. A characteristic of winter could be snow, something that you see or do during winter. All right, let's get started. Dear kindergartners, hello again from your pen pal, Annie. In my last letter, I told you about the 4 seasons, winter, spring, summer, and autumn. Today, I'm going to tell you more about the first season in the cycle, winter. What kinds of things do you think of when I say winter? What do you think of when you hear the word winter? Carolyn? Who can help her out? Russell, can you help her out? What do you think of when you hear the word winter?
Hot chocolate.
Ooh. Those are 2 great things. Yeah, you can see Annie has her sled and hot chocolate. Absolutely. Great. Great things. Carolyn, you ready to share what you think of when you hear winter?
Play snowball fight and build a snowman.
Very good. Awesome. I'll tell you what I think of. Cold. Winter is the coldest season of the year in the United States. Winter includes the months of December, January, and February. Can you tell by looking at today's date on the calendar if it's winter now? Can you tell by looking at a calendar if it's winter? Yeah, because we can see that it's the month of February, and we know that month is a winter month. It can get very cold in winter. Do you know how we can tell how hot or cold it is outside? We can tell how hot or cold it is by using a tool called a thermometer. A thermometer measures the temperature, which is a number we use to talk about how hot or cold it is. When it's hot outside, the liquid in the thermometer rises towards the top to show that it's hot. A temperature like 80 degrees is hot. A temperature like 100 degrees is really, really hot. When it's cold outside, the liquid on the thermometer stays down near the bottom to show that it's cold. A temperature like 50 degrees is cold. A temperature like 30 degrees is really, really cold. Today it's around 50. Which of these thermometers shows winter, a cold temperature? Number 1 or number 2? Show me with your fingers. Number 2, very good. This shows a colder temperature because the level is down in the thermometer. Very good. Sometimes it gets so cold outside, we say it's frigid. Do you know what frigid means? Does anyone know? Frigid means very, very cold. When the temperature is frigid, it's a good idea to wear clothes that will keep you warm when you go outside. Clothes like hats, scarves, coats, and mittens help keep you warm when it is very cold or frigid outside. You should try that today. Instead of using the word very cold, you should say frigid. See if you can say it around your mom and dad. I think they'd be surprised. For example, you could say, Mom, Dad, in the morning, I think it's going to be really frigid outside. Okay. It's usually cold during the winter where I live in Washington, D.C. Sometimes it even gets cold enough to snow. For it to snow, the temperature must be below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That's just a fancy word to measure the temperature. 32 degrees Fahrenheit is called the freezing point. When the temperature outside is at the freezing point or lower, water will freeze and it will snow or sleet instead of rain. See where it says 32 degrees? Look at this thermometer. Is the temperature lower or higher than 32 degrees? It's lower, right? So is this a freezing temperature right here? Yes. If it were this cold outside and moisture was coming out of the clouds, it could possibly be ice or snow. We can tell how hot, I'm sorry. I'm in the wrong spot. Discuss what it's like during the winter where you live. Is the temperature very cold or frigid? Or is the temperature just a little colder than usual? Have we gotten to build a snowman? Or does it not snow at all? What's it like here? Have we gotten to build a snowman? Yeah, it's been kind of cold this winter. Not as cold as it usually is, though. Sometimes we get a lot more snow than we've gotten this year or last year. Sometimes there are big snowstorms called blizzards. During a blizzard, there is lots of snow and wind. When there's a blizzard, traffic comes to a halt. That means all the cars and trucks on the road stop. They halt or stop because there's too much snow to drive. Schools would be closed if there were a blizzard. When it snows, people use snow shovels to shovel off sidewalks so that others don't slip or get hurt. People also shovel their driveways so they can get their cars out once it's safe enough to drive. See this man? He's shoveling his driveway. We haven't seen this much snow yet this year, but there have been some years in North Carolina where we do get this much snow. In many places where it snows, snow plows clear the snow from the streets. The big plow on the front of this truck scrapes the snow and ice from the street. But even though people shovel snow off sidewalks and snow plows scrape snow off streets, people should always drive and walk slowly and cautiously, very carefully. Snow and ice are slippery, so you should use extra caution or be extra careful when there is snow or ice on the ground.
Excuse me?
Yes?
much snow like the story.
Not this year, but some years we do.
Yeah?
And we still might this year. Shoveling snow can be hard work, but you can also have fun in the snow. I'm always happy when it snows. I love to play in it. I like to build snowmen and play outside with my friends. Another way to have fun in the snow is to go sledding. After a big snow, all you need is a hill, warm clothes, a sled, or a flattened cardboard box to slide on. Sledding is my favorite part of winter. Winter is also a time when people celebrate different holidays. Some people celebrate at Christmas. Some people celebrate Hanukkah, a Jewish holiday. These people are lighting a menorah during Hanukkah. Some people celebrate Kwanzaa, which means the first fruit of the harvest. Kwanzaa is a holiday celebrated by some African Americans. Another important winter holiday is on December 31st, which is the last day of the year. This day is called New Year's Eve. January 1st, the day after December 31st, is the beginning of a new year. January 1st is called New Year's Day. We always have vacation from school around Christmas time and New Year's Eve. Then soon after New Year's Day, we go back to school. The Lunar New Year, which is on Friday, also known as Chinese New Year, is a holiday that happens around the end of January and middle of February. The color red, a color of luck and happiness, is the color people wear on Chinese New Year. Homes are decorated with red paper cut into special dragons, and red lanterns are put out for display. Children often receive red envelopes, which are supposed to bring them good luck and good fortune in the new year. Families get together to wish each other good luck while feasting on different foods and setting off firecrackers.
With cakes?
Mm-hmm.
My grandma and my grandpa is like they say Chinese.
Very good.
And this day is on Friday.
Yep. The Lunar New Year is on Friday. There are so many fun things to do during winter. Tell me about some things that you like to do. It's your favorite part of winter. Your friend, Annie. Okay. So, what is the main topic of this story? Who can raise their hand and tell me? What is the main topic of our read aloud today? Landon.
Learning about winter.
Yes, learning all about the season of winter and its characteristics. What month does winter begin in? Who can name the 3 months in winter? Ooh, that's a tricky one. Ryan?
January, December.
Yep, it begins in December, then January and February. What is a tool that we use to measure the temperature? What's a tool we use to measure the temperature? Estelle?
A thermometer.
A thermometer. You're exactly right. What does it mean when the liquid in the thermometer is down near the bottom? What does that mean? Russell?
It will snow or it will have ice.
Yeah, it's freezing outside. What does it mean? Great job, Russell. Hold on. What does it mean when the liquid is towards the top? What does that mean? when the liquid is up high towards the top. Jonyan, what does it mean when the liquid's towards the top of the thermometer?
Very hot.
Yes, that is very, very hot outside. Okay, what do we call a snowstorm? What's another word for a snowstorm?
Miss Kate,
Yes?
can I tell us that at the end of class it's something very quick?
Yeah, at the end. What do we call a snowstorm?
A blizzard.
A blizzard. What is a holiday people celebrate in winter? We learned about a bunch of them. Just tell me about one holiday people might celebrate in winter. Smriti.
They celebrate Christmas.
Yep, Christmas is a holiday that's celebrated in winter. Does anyone know another holiday we celebrate in winter? Let's see. Nicole.
Maybe Thanksgiving.
Not Thanksgiving.
Halloween.
No.
Happy New Year.
New Year. New Year, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Adeline, can you think of another one?
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, excellent. And then the one that's on Friday, the Lunar New Year, or the Chinese New Year. Also, if you want to call Valentine's Day one. Was that what you were going to say, Landon?
And Kwanzaa.
And Kwanzaa. That's right. We can't forget Kwanzaa. Okay, now let's think, pair, share. I want someone to tell me, what are some characteristics of winter? What are some characteristics of winter? That's a big word. It's a fancy Nancy word, but we should know what it means. What are some characteristics of winter? Russell. Yeah.
Play snow and make snowman.
Excellent. Ryan, what's another characteristic of winter?
Snow.
Snow. Very good. Landon.
Sledding.
Sledding. Oh, so fun. Estelle.
And snowball fight.
Yeah. Great job, boys and girls. These are all characteristics of winter. You guys did a great job.